Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off-play action. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 25. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. On the run, it's Cook. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Bakes the grab on the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move...
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Florida Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. It's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, man. The instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here come the Irish back on offense. 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to...
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense.
He's going for the big play. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man, it's Rhodes. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you can really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big play-making tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hacks.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Moffitt. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Cook. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Good timing on the quick out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move their defensive lineman out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Sweet cut there. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this brief game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pocket breaking down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. Turning it on. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They boot it away on 4th down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
To the air, it's Moffitt. Released to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cook. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Slips just inside that right upright. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Gators will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one, and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete in the middle. Oh, what a cut! Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's how to catch a big fella.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. The quick out. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Give to the running back.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on 4th down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Under fire. Gets rid of it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Heaves it deep. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They want that clock to run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Rides to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Just keep slinging it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown Gators! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here come the Irish back on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.